Cut and Run was a movie that I was quite interested because of a couple of reasons. First, it was directed by Roger Deodato, who did Cannibal Holocaust, and there is a rumour that this is based off a screenplay that Wes Craven did. There was a movie he was going to make until things fell through. They wanted Deodato to do a sequel to Cannibal Holocaust. Instead, he went in and made this kind of movie that was regarded as one of the cannibal movies of this period of time. It came out in 1985, which is strange because there's no cannibalism in it at all whatsoever. There is tribes as set in the jungle. That's about as close as you get to it. Now, the basic story here, and it's a little bit fragmented, but we'll go with it. There is a reporter who has an idea of a story about drug runners. She wants to go investigate in the jungle. Just so happens that somebody who works at the news station's son is kind of stuck or part of the drug trafficking team. There seems to be this strange figure who is working with a tribe and some other people to kill drug dealers. It's all over the place, but like most of the movies from this time in this kind of setting, I had a whole lot of fun with it. There has a lot of things that work terrifically well with it. Almost as many things that just do not work at all, but I am willing to go with it. You get horrible humanity at its worst type of thing as they just treat each other as pieces of meat throughout this. You get characters who die who I really didn't actually want to die. You get some of the worst acting I think I've ever seen in any kind of these movies. And this is a sort of bigger budgeted version of the cannibal-esque type movies, because it's not really one of those, but it has a bigger budget. It has kind of actors that you've seen or heard of before, and yet there's one, I think it's Tommy's character, the son who they go to rescue. He is truly awful in certain parts of this movie. I mean, it's shocking how bad he can be. There is violence galore, as you would expect from these kind of movies. People get, cut left, right and centre. Heads are chopped off. Spikes are stabbed through various appendages. Someone is ripped in half, which is rather novel and quite an interesting scene. Really well done on the special effects there. There is some dodgy secondary footage, of like alligators going into water, but you don't actually see them with the actors at any point. And all in all, it is a fun movie, and it's fun because of several factions. You get the gore, but it's never really realistic as you get with some of the other cannibal movies. It's kind of glamorized, Hollywoodized, special effects, heavy makeup, which looks really rather fun. Looking back at it now, you get a really nice, interesting story that ties in with Jim Jones and that whole character. Although he's not a prominent part of the movie, it does have a little bit of substance to say behind all that. It does have a message to deliver of some point, I guess. So it's not completely devoid of substance or thematics. It's just not quite cohesive enough for me. I did enjoy it, but it's just as a whole, it never quite feels connected. There is story elements that just don't seem to lock into each other. There is characters that just don't seem to get their right comeuppance. There is one female character whom I was sorry to see go early on in the movie because I felt as if she had a better arc to get to. There is the idea of Tommy's father looking for him, even though there is somebody there who almost has him. It just seems rather flung in just for the sake of it. It feels as if there's too many things going on, and a couple of these side plots had to be stripped away just to allow the movie to breathe and be its crazy, bloodthirsty self that you'd expect. Now, one of the main guys that works with the tribe, I've seen him in a few movies before. Most prominently comes to my mind in The Hills Have Eyes and Weird Science, believe it or not. And he's the kind of guy that does most of the killings in this, and he has a very distinctive look. And pretty much when he's on screen, It's fun. He's kind of like this sort of slasher in a slasher movie, you know, just appears out of nowhere to decimate bodies, take people down. Incredibly fun. It's one of those kind of movies, and I don't know why I attach myself to these movies so much, but I find them really, really entertaining. And this is another one of these that just flew by, kept me entertained, had lots of blood and guts, had everything that I kind of wanted, but still didn't quite hit that amazing mark for me because of some of the detractable points that it has, most notably Tommy and his atrocious acting. Still, Cut and Run was a pretty fun jungle movie with tribes, with animals, with blood, guts, special effects, explosions, crazy bad guys, and just a whole lot of fun. I would love to know your thoughts on Cut and Run if you've seen it before. Let me know in the comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.